So what we do is really impact measurement as opposed to ESG. We do a double materiality type of analysis and really look at the impact that businesses have on the planet and society. We do that using a collaborative approach. We don't believe that any single expert in the world can grasp the complexity of the impacts of large companies such as Nestle or Meta. Impact actually solves two major problems in the sustainability industry today. The first one is the lack of engagement and participation for the people who really matter. And the second part is the lack of consensus. We don't have a single voice or a global authority in the industry. Well, we turn around that issue by letting all of our clients participate in the building up of the consensus and collectively come up with an aggregate score that reflects the view of all the participants. Now, let me show you what it looks like for our clients. They have access to a specific platform with advanced visualization, extraction capacities, and the full transparency of all the scores, metrics, and research we produce. Here you can see on this bubble graph the universe of all the companies that we cover. Today we cover almost 5,000 companies. And for each of them, you've got the net score. So the more to the left, the worse is the score. The more to the right, the better is the score. Now, of course, you can apply filters, only look for companies in some industries, only look for the score on certain SDGs or SASB themes. And then if you just choose one specific company, you will get access to the impact profile that shows you the performance of that company, the many different positive and negative contribution it has, the SDG contributions, the capacity for you to look only at product and services, or to drill down and compare that performance with the company peers. So we do not measure and score the governance of a company. We are actually focusing really on impact. So that means output and outcome, not input or policies. So we will only capture governance issues when they become material. So we use any type of public sources that our analysts will find from the internet or from their own research. We also feed them with what we call a source finder, which is an AI-driven algorithm. 1/3 of the sources come from the company, and 2/3 come from external institutions. We actually measure all the impact of companies, their environmental and social impact. We do that using the SASB materiality map. So there's a list of roughly 30 themes. And for each of these social issues or environmental issues, we gather all the key data that is available and write a short summary that is then being assessed by the community of 50,000 raters. Just as we don't measure, really don't score the governance of companies, we don't really score their culture. What we are really interested in is the output, the outcome, the impact. And so if the culture again turns into something that has either positive or negative impact, we will capture that, but we don't score the culture itself. We score the result and the impact of the culture on the planet. I guess the operating values of the companies are being discovered through the qualitative research that we do when we write the reports on what company do, and the community of 50,000 raters will then assess, how good and bad are these operating values and integrate that into their final ratings. We have developed over the years very strict quality control mechanisms. Part of that is related to the reviewing system that is in place, but also through algorithm that control that ratings are being done in an objective and consistent way. We give access to our client to all the data point, all the scores, all the metrics, all the research, everything is shared with the client in a very transparent way, and they can download that directly from the platform or just subscribe to a data feed that will send that to them directly through a FTP system. So our data and research are being used by different types of players, mainly in the financial industry. They could be portfolio manager, sustainability research team, or engagement specialists. But we also do work with corporates that are using the platform to engage with their own community, making sure that their own employee, their own suppliers, their own stakeholders are being part of that sustainability journey. We have started to monetize our product and solution very recently, and I've already signed 15 clients. So depending on this organization, there could be only a few users or many of them if they use the data feed and then integrate the data into their core systems.